how does the remake compare? Well, Eric, the well-armed, super-violent, supernatural Terminator who just mowed his way through a crowd of well-armed security, confronts Rogue and they have a conversation?
Who are you? Just an old man.
Rogue tries to use his power and Eric throws him through the mirror into the train yard? Am I high? Did someone spike my coffee? Seriously, what the fuck just happened? Okay, so in Purgatory, Eric lightly cuts Rogue's hand and some demons surface and pull him to his fate. Shelley is released and they share a meaningless moment. Shelley wakes and her EMT is played by the same actor as the boatman and Eric goes to hell. But in voiceover says that
I will have just a memory, that perfect sensation of loving her. And that's enough. Almost enough.
And that's it. That's it.
Finish him!
The remake has cheapened everything, from a relationship that was seemingly years in the making to a weekend-long drug-fueled hookup, from an attack that was shockingly violent and a violation that compounded the wrong to a simple execution because some guy said so, from a gang that was human and real, each had names and identities, to a series of nameless goons and random security. Eric doesn't mark or ritualize the kills. He doesn't seem to care about them at all. From clear vengeance to just, well, he said so. From a path into the afterlife guided by the love you were avenging to a trip to hell because you just gave up eternity for the random chick you hooked up with over the weekend. By this point, I think the fan outrage should both be understood and justified. We again are faced with studio executives looking to cash in on older properties. I think fans in 2008 were willing to give it a shot. Stephen Norrington had created a terrific film in Blade, and the aesthetics easily translated and created a clear path to The Crow. But 16 years later, there is an expectation set that more than enough time has been had to perfect this new version of the story, especially after the director's assertion that this would be a reimagining of Draven's story and a tribute to Brandon Lee that aims to keep his soul very much alive. Frankly, it's insulting. There is no soul, no romance, no earned vengeance. Even as a reimagining, it fails to create characters we care about, fails to create villains that we can even put a name to, and fails to motivate any action that the characters take. The only consolation for this atrocity is that it failed epically. It made $24 million against a production budget of $50 million and an advertising budget of $15 million. After it pays out the theaters for the presentation, it made a mere $12 million against $65 million. In other words, it lost $53 million, more than the cost of the entire production. It's hard to believe that 16 years of development led to this. Maybe it's time to start developing original properties once more. Or at least, make sure what you do make doesn't leave people thinking.
You'd think they'd come up with something better, wouldn't you?